We've got another holiday to worry about. It seems Thanksgiving Day is upon us. We're talking a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Hit it. It was the 1980s. E.T. phoned home. Everyone asked, "Where's the beef?" And on VHS, Peppermint Patty was the worst when she invited herself and an entire entourage over to Charlie Brown's house for Thanksgiving. I'm your host, Jerry D, with another episode of Totally Rad Christmas, or Thanksgiving, the podcast that talks all things Thanksgiving in the 80s. Toys, movies, specials, music, and fads. If it was gnarly during Thanksgiving in the 80s, we got it covered. Now, joining me are two Totally Rad Christmas All-Stars and Ratty winners. My first guest, you'll know from Tis the Podcast and DC Unlimited. It's Anthony Caruso. Anthony, how's it going?
We're in the bird month, General. Oh, well, yeah, of course we are. It's November right now. It's Thanksgiving. It's going well, guys. How are you? I'm always glad to be back.
We're deep into the bird months now.
Yeah, we're deep in them. Yeah, it's good to see you again. I think the last time I saw you was for our Garfield episode, and that was a lot of fun.
The Garfield is arguably the second best Thanksgiving special of all time. What's the first best?
I don't know. That's a big question.
But my next guest is the Alamo City Santa. It's Jeremy Phelps. Jeremy, what's happening?
I'm just happy to be back. It seems like I was just talking to you last week. I don't know.
It does seem like that, and it seems like I might talk to you again on Saturday.
Yeah, and Anthony.
Guys, it's been a long time since I've had you both on. It's always a pleasure. You guys are two of my favorite people. But, we're here to talk Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I'm super jazzed. This one's awesome. There's so many things that I can't wait to get into. But before we do that, just like Carol Kane did to Bill Murray and Scrooged, I want you to hit me with the toaster. So I'm going to ask you some random questions, and I want you to hit me with the first thing that you can think of. Okay, you don't have to think too hard about it. So let's say that Lucy is George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life. Which other Peanuts character would be her Clarence? Like, who would try to save her? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no doubt, Linus. Yeah. He's the voice of reason.
He really is, right?
And he's the only one who knows the true spirit of these things.
And I know there's somebody he's got this other podcast where they look for the Linus moment. Well, this whole thing would be the Linus moment.
That's true. That's true. I think he would be the best one, probably. All right. Let's say you were remaking National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with Peanuts characters.
Oh, my.
Who would play Clark, Ellen, and Cousin Eddie?
Clark would have to be Charlie Brown. Clark's almost like an adult Charlie Brown. Bad.
He really is, right?
Anything like that.
Cousin Eddie would have to be Pigpen.
Oh, wow. I think I could see that.
Or Snoopy's brother Spike.
I was going to say Cousin Eddie could be Snoopy. I could just see Snoopy walk into Charlie Brown's house uninvited, drinking all his eggnog.
That's true.
Oh, that's true. He can be kind of a jerk to Charlie Brown. So
you sure can.
And then I want to it's Charlie Brown, so you can't make Sally.
No.
Ellen. Lucy doesn't have a personality. I hate to say it, but it might have to be Pepper and Patty.
No, Lucy would be
Lucy's the neighbor, right?
Yeah, the neighbor. Yeah,
Lucy and Schroeder are 100% the neighbors.
I want to see this so bad now. All right. Okay, I like all those. I like those. And finally, which 80s movie character is most likely to watch a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving?
Movie character. If you were going to TV, I would have said Alf.
Okay, I'll take it.
I'll go with Clark Griswold.
Yeah, Clark Griswold is the one. He's a sentimental, holiday traditionalist.
Yeah,
he'll be watching it in the attic, frying.
Do you think Dell watches it from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Oh, 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There's a new documentary about him coming out on
Oh,
Amazon.
I know.
I think later this month.
I can't
Yeah.
wait for that, but
Yeah.
I have the tissues ready.
I know. I already. I saw.
Sorry, I
Go
just
ahead.
want to say before you get too far for the question, I'll also say Santa from Santa Claus the movie. I think
Oh, he would.
he would
Yeah.
totally would watch
He
that.
totally would watch that for sure. Yeah. I like that. Well, that's just a way for our listeners to get to know you guys a little bit better. So thank you for that. Now, tonight, we're here to talk about a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, sponsored by McDonald's. Nobody can do it like McDonald's can. And by Dolly Madison, bakers of all kinds of neat-to-eat treats.
What do you guys remember about this? Like, what's your history or experience with it? Why don't we start with you, Anthony?
I remember Woodstock imbibing his own people at the end of the special. That always
Cannibal Woodstock.
No,
I have an issue with that steak. Do you eat pork or beef?
yes, both.
So you eat mammal. So why can't a bird eat a bird?
Touche.
Well, I guess so. But
Every time I hear that on other podcasts or other things, like, but we all eat beef. That's just another mammal. So
doesn't
fishing
a
fish-
chicken hawk I think there are some birds that eat birds.
I think
But
it's
either way, it's still
eagles for sure.
it's still a gruesome image, right? It's still
It's also a messed up image that Snoopy had this whole Thanksgiving feast in his doghouse and he didn't serve it to the kids who were struggling to make a meal.
That just goes to prove that Snoopy is a jerk.
But no, what do I remember about this special besides all the iconic moments? This is a staple in my house growing
Yeah.
up. This, the Halloween,
Yeah.
Christmas. I say it every year, and I will say it until the day I die. It's not a major holiday without the corresponding Peanut special.
Mhm.
This one, while I definitely prefer Christmas to Halloween, like just fractions of an inch,
Mhm.
I think this one stands out even more in a way because there are not a lot of Thanksgiving specials.
Very true.
So this one is like even more of an event when it would come on TV because it's Thanksgiving. They're like the one Thanksgiving special that gets annual airtime nowadays, like for sure, without a doubt. It's just,
Mhm.
but no, I love this one. It's everything you want in a Charlie Brown holiday special. However, and I know Jerry knows where I'm going with this.
I do.
I
And I love it.
cannot stand in any Peanuts content, comics, specials, movies.
Oh, I know where we're going with this.
I cannot stand Peppermint Patty.
Yeah.
It is heavy on Peppermint Patty and all the qualities about her I do not like, as we'll talk about later. But it's so funny because I am enjoying I watch this elated every year, but there's also an undercurrent of boiling anger deep in my stomach.
Hot anger.
That's where Angry Anthony comes out strong. Huh?
I understand though. She is super obnoxious.
Yeah.
And yeah. I mean, we saw it when we talked the Easter Beagle. She's a lot.
This is her worst, and we'll get
That
to
is.
specific examples throughout.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. What about you, Jeremy?
Well, I'm the only one in this group who was alive before this first aired, but I don't remember it because I was like 2 when it came out. And but I don't remember not watching the special. It's
Mhm.
I mean, there've been a lot of holiday specials with Peanuts, but this is like the holy trilogy. This and the Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter Beagle. No, Great Pumpkin.
Mhm.
And these three are the. I mean, this is definitely a step below the other two, but it's still perfect. And I've watched it twice in the past couple days. Just I want to watch it again before we talk, just because.
Right.
This almost has like the Christmas one has the tree, the Halloween one has the Great Pumpkin. I would say the thing that comes out of this one is the feast, right?
The feast.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Nowadays,
Jelly
yeah.
beans
actual
and
meal.
popcorn.
Yeah, I know Mike Westfall makes it every year. I know
Oh,
Dinosaur
wow.
Dracula, Dino Drac, Matt has done it. I've never actually done it. And
I keep saying every year I'm going to do it on Thanksgiving Eve,
Same.
and I
Yep.
just never do.
Same, exactly. I'm like, one of these days I'm going to do it, and it just never gets done. And
We need to make a pact to do it, all three of us, and then Zoom it.
I was about to say,
Oh, that'd be fun.
Record it for Patreon.
Yeah,
go.
for sure. A live watch.
Ooh.
A watch
While
along
eating the feast, yeah, we got to have the pretzels
while,
and the
while
toast
we
too.
make the feast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Toast, pretzels, popcorn, and jelly beans.
Yep.
And I think they have sundaes at one point, right? Something like that.
No, I don't think so.
Make this pact. You must give me at least a week's notice. So when you guys show up with your Charlie Brown feast, I walk out with a full turkey and just eat it.
Yeah, that would make you Snoopy. That all adds up.
That's perfect. And I'm actually right there with you guys. I remember this being on all the time. Apparently, there were 3 years in the 80s, 82, 83, and 88, where they didn't show it on CBS. But I just remember this always on, and I remember it in the 90s, and I remember owning it on DVD and then owning it on Blu-ray. And it's like every time it would come out, we would buy it because it's a new copy and it has new special features. And it's just one that I agree. It's like these three, and then Easter Beagle after that. It's like those are the main.
I wish every Easter when I watch that one, and I love that one, don't get me wrong, but I wish it was maybe. I just wish there was something in it that would put it on this level, so it would be the quadrilogy.
You mentioned it on CBS.
Mhm.
Watching specials on CBS in the 70s and 80s was so cool because you'd have like the little spinning logo,
Oh yeah.
drum beat, and all that. That was part of the holiday experience and part of Charlie Brown and the Dolly Madison commercials.
Well,
You get the zingers and all that.
and that's why I hate now that it's like Apple exclusive, because like something special about watching it on TV during prime time with all the holiday commercials.
Yep.
And like even the social media age was like a community experience because you see people watching, oh, Charlie Brown Christmas. Like people would be checking in or writing on Twitter they're watching it and it would be trending. And I'm like, you don't get that now because then you can watch it anytime on Apple.
Yeah, well, and I know that part of the agreement was that like 3 days out of the month of November, they had to offer it for free.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, at least it's free. But yeah, there's something that is like my kids don't understand, right? So we can watch this stuff anytime we want because of streaming and we own it on Blu-ray or whatever, whatever it is. But there's something about watching it live where there's commercial breaks and you have to like run to grab your food or you have to run to the restroom or whatever it is that you got to do real quick so that you can be back when it starts. That there's like this excitement that's just missing.
And then excitement during the holidays, especially the Thanksgiving one and the Christmas one. But like you'd be watching a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving and then the Christmas Hershey Kiss commercial will come on and you're like getting excited, like the best of both worlds.
Exactly. It was like a buildup. And so it really got you pumped for the next big thing. And you're right. There's not a whole lot of Thanksgiving specials, which is strange, right? Because Thanksgiving is like a quintessential American holiday. So you'd think that there would be more focus on, Thanksgiving. But it really, like Halloween became so huge and Christmas became so huge that it just got like smushed in between.
And do you remember yelling about saving your seat when you got up? Oh.
Yes. yeah, exactly. Like nobody take my spot. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I wish there were more Thanksgiving specials. I mean, there's not a lot of Thanksgiving movies either.
Nope.
It's only in like
automobiles. For some in every Thanksgiving TBS and shows The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, which is also strange.
I assume it has to do with being thankful for what you already have and home and all that stuff.
I guess. Honestly, I don't know. I never understood the connection, but I just was like, yeah, that's what happened.
No, I just knew I watched it every year.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I like in my head, even though it's not a Thanksgiving movie, it is a Thanksgiving movie because it's on every Thanksgiving night.
Right. It's like associating that pennies from heaven with Christmas, right? Because of Elf.
Yep.
So this actually premiered in Canada on October 6, 1973 on the CBC to coincide with Canadian Thanksgiving. Then aired here November 20th, 73 on CBS. So we weren't the first to have it. Canada got it early. And I hope they enjoyed it as much as we do because I know it's like a big staple every year for us. And then in 1982 it was released on Selectavision CED, which I'm not familiar with, but in 87 came out on VHS. So, it's all good. We can cover it because yeah.
Well, it was on TV in the 80s.
It was also on TV in the 80s.
For 7 out of the 10 years, it was on TV. Apparently.
And there was a special cut of it in the 80s as well, like around 85, 86, where they kind of cut out Snoopy and Woodstock getting dressed in like the costumes, that whole little section where they're like in the trunk and all that. It was like them from pulling it out, like pulling out the trunk. It would straight to them like walking towards the house already dressed.
Gotta make room for ads.
Yeah. But let's dive into this because we've talked about our experience with Peanuts before. We've talked about all that. Let's just talk about this special and get into it. So This thing starts off classic Charlie Brown sketch, right? Lucy tries to convince Charlie Brown to kick the football.
Come on, Charlie Brown. I'll hold the ball and you kick it.
And this is one of those things that you see all the time, and you want him so bad to do it. And I only recall him doing it once. It's when he turned invisible, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Which that one still freaks me out because it's like magic apparently is real in the Charlie Brown universe. Imagine if Charlie Brown went to Hogwarts. He'd totally be a Hufflepuff, right? I mean,
100% a Hufflepuff.
No, he'd be a squib.
Exactly.
That's
he'd be practicing magic. He'd be helping Filch and Hagrid around.
Yep.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Snoopy would be a Slytherin.
Yeah, exactly.
Lucy. Oof. Man, she'd be out of control if she knew magic.
Snoopy would be the chosen one.
That's right. He's Joe Cool, right?
Yeah, he would be in the fourth Harry Potter book. Everyone's wearing the Potter Stinks badges because they think he'd be wearing the Charlie Brown Stinks badge on it.
He would have created it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh yeah.
I could see that. Can you imagine every time like Dumbledore or McGonagall or one of them got up to say something, it was just a wah, 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 wah.
And you're trying to learn your spells that way?
And you're like, 50 points to Gryffindor. Thanks, sir.
And now I need them to do the crossover special.
I know. We have so many good ideas for Peanuts and Peanuts crossovers. But she tries to convince him, to kick the ball. And she says something like, it's a Thanksgiving tradition, like football on Thanksgiving. It goes hand in hand, man.
But Charlie Brown, it's Thanksgiving.
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, one of the greatest traditions we have is the Thanksgiving Day football game. And the biggest, most important tradition of all is the kicking off of the football.
And poor Charlie Brown, I mean, he is totally weak-minded. Like any Jedi could control him because he falls for it. And he falls for it bad. But I love what he says, right? He's like, you'll pull it away and I'll land flat on my back and kill myself. I love his optimism.
Doesn't she say she has a contract, right? Or something like
yeah, something like that.
And it's not
notarized, right?
Yeah.
Funny, that was a different one.
It's not this one.
Oh, was that a different one? Okay.
I think it was.
Was that Great Pumpkin? It's one of the holidays.
I think it was Great Pumpkin.
Okay.
Fun. Well, either way, it's the same kind of thing. But she
still suckers him no matter what.
She still suckers him. Yeah. She says something like it's a big honor to do the kickoff on Thanksgiving. And so he's like, yeah, a person should never turn down a big honor. He's so sincere. And then of course she pulls it away and poor guy.
That's the funny thing about traditions. They change.
That's it. She had some kind of line there.
Yeah. But then we hard cut to Charlie Brown checking the mail. And that's one of the things that I do love about these specials, all of them, is that yes, there's like a big overarching story, but it's also like little vignettes, like as if you're reading the actual comic strip.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
what I love about all of that is I think it's right around this part. Charlie Brown is like annoyed that Thanksgiving is coming up. He's like another holiday.
Well, and there's a lot of back and forth here that I really love. Like, he's checking the mail, and what does Sally say? Something like, "What did you expect? A turkey card?" And it's like, I mean, she's got a point, I guess he's just expecting maybe an early Christmas card.
Well,
But
there was a period my mother would send a card for every holiday, and I'm sure I got
Really?
Thanksgiving cards. Yep.
that's interesting. I don't think
Now
I've
she's
ever.
lucky to get
I
birthday
don't-
cards though sometime. But
I don't recall getting Thanksgiving cards like my own.
I don't either. Yeah.
I'm sure I did. I can't be 100% sure, but I'd be surprised if I didn't.
Yeah. Well, and she even says something like, I went down to buy a turkey tree, but all they had was Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Just wait another 30, 40 years and you'll get Christmas stuff in September.
yeah. And I love it.
exactly.
This time with their countdown to Christmas in the middle of April.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
284 days, right? But she complains. She's like, I haven't even finished eating my Halloween candy.
What's wrong with
I
you,
love
kid?
that. And Linus is the one who has to explain. He's like, Sally, Thanksgiving is a very important holiday. Ours is the first country in the world to make a national holiday to give thanks. Rather than being like, oh, that's interesting or anything, Sally goes to Charlie Brown. Isn't he the cutest thing?
I love Sally and
I
her
do
sweet
too.
Babu. Yeah. I think she even said something like, we can hold hands under the table.
Yep. She was getting fresh with them.
Yeah. Woo, Sally.
My mother and dad and Sally and I are all going over to my grandmother's for dinner.
Why don't you come along, Linus? We can hold hands under the table.
Who
Yeah.
is bigger? I don't want to say stalker, but stalker, Sally or Lucy? Sally with Linus or Lucy with Schroeder?
Ooh, probably. I would say Sally with Linus because no. Because
Lucy's older, should know better.
She was more like overt in her affections, and Lucy would slyly hint at it. I feel
So she's a little more dangerous.
that's true. Lucy has what did she say? I'll give you 5 reasons.
Yep.
So, but yeah, so we find out, this is where we find out that the Browns are going to, Charlie Brown and his sister going to his grandma's for Thanksgiving dinner. And this becomes important because, as we know, Peppermint Patty, like in the worst move ever for a holiday, calls him up and invites herself over for Thanksgiving dinner to Charlie Brown's house.
Of course she does, because she's the worst.
She is the worst.
Listen, I really have a treat for you. My dad's been called out of town. He said I could go over to your house and share Thanksgiving with you, Chuck.
Well, I
don't mind inviting myself over because I know you kind of like me, Chuck. Okay, that's a date. See you soon, you sly devil.
It's not a debate. It's not a debate between you and Tom. There's no, you guys don't compare. Peppermint Patty is the worst.
I would rather be stuck on a deserted island with Lucy than Peppermint Patty.
Agreed. Agreed. Peppermint Patty, she tried. I mean, she even says later on something like, why can't I act right outside of a baseball field, right?
She's probably not that well behaved on a baseball field either. But
She's 100% the type to throw the bat down and yell at the umpire,
or steal the ball from the kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in Philly.
That's right. That's so true.
Marcy go apologize for her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she doesn't even go apologize. She has Marcy do it, and then she's like, "Hey, so everything cool, Chuck?"
No. No hard feelings, right, Chucko boy?
That's what she says. Yeah, like, come on, not even a sorry. Oh, that's
nope.
Yeah, she's the worst. But this girl just calls up and invites herself over to a holiday. Like, that is the rudest thing ever.
That's not the worst thing. Because, a minute later, she invites Marcy.
Then she calls back.
A minute after that, she invites Franklin.
Which we have to call out the historical significance. This is the first day of Franklin being allowed at the Thanksgiving table. And, that was a big deal on TV.
He's at the table, but you notice he sits all by himself.
Yeah, I did notice that.
There's nobody on that side of the table.
Yeah, he also has the worst chair, right? He's sitting really low in it. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah, there's definitely inequality still going on there, even if it's subtle.
It was the 70s, unfortunately. But but you're right. at least he was there.
Yes.
So,
Well, I mean, I know
baby
Charles
steps,
Schultz
right?
had to, do a lot of fighting to get him into the comic strips to begin with. So
Wow.
because people weren't happy because
Yeah.
a brown person being seen by white people.
Yeah, he threatened to quit, right? And pulled the
I
comic.
believe so. Yeah.
I think that's true. Yeah. Yeah. But good for him. He fought for it. Good for him. But like Charlie Brown's exasperated at this point because one, he's not even going to be there for Thanksgiving dinner. And
Yeah.
two, now he has to make a Thanksgiving dinner and he can barely make toast.
He can make toast and cereal.
And cereal. Yeah.
And Linus has seen him make toast. And, I don't think he wants him to butter it. So
So Linus says, "Hey, look, we'll do a Thanksgiving dinner for the friends, and we'll do it early enough that way you can go to your grandma's house, no worries, and we'll figure something out." Basically, that's kind of what he tells him.
And they recruit Snoopy and Woodstock to help, and
Yes, they
leading
do.
to one of the most iconic moments in the special: Snoopy wrestling with the chair when setting out.
I love this.
We don't have any time to play, Snoopy. Please get some chairs around the table.
He needs watching.
My favorite part of the whole thing is Snoopy fighting the chair. Yeah, he brings the ping pong table out. He starts pulling out the chairs. There's a couple of other shenanigans, right? Where Woodstock and like a bicycle tire and the basketball. They're like playing basketball for a little bit. And finally,
And then
Linus has to like get
Snoopy
on him.
plays some ping pong and he plays like he's Forrest Gump. He's playing so fast against himself.
Yeah.
Snoopy's awesome. I wish I had a beagle like that. But yeah, Linus has to get after him, and finally he goes to get the chairs, and then he really struggles with the folding chair. And I love out of all of it when he just like jumps on him,
That's a terrible chair to bring to. I mean, I don't even know why they needed that chair because there were empty chairs at the table.
Yeah, they only needed 5 chairs?
Yeah, because
6
not even
chairs, maybe?
Lucy was there. So
Linus, Charlie Brown, and then the 3 guests. So
Yep.
just 5.
yep, and yet we had to bring out that the chair, which isn't even good to sit at a meal because that's your like lay in the sun chair.
That's like you're leaning back. You're barely able to reach
You're
the
there
table.
drinking at the pool and.
Yeah, that's like a chair that you would use, Anthony, when you're reading out by the pool.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you actually bring those books in the pool?
Oh, I do. Yeah.
And you don't ruin them?
No, I just
Wow.
I can't sit in the sun and read. Like I need to be cool, so I'll sit in the pool and just read. And it's fun because I live in a condo complex, and there's this one little girl. She's got to be the 5 or 6. Every time she's in the pool and sees me, she's like, paper gets wet, right? You can't get wet, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, I know. I'll try my best not to. She's like, I'll tell the other kids to go jump over there and not get you wet. I'm like, oh, thank you.
That's awesome.
Hopefully, the next time you post a picture by the pool with a book, I'm going to post, what paper gets wet.
Is it Del Boca Vista?
Boca Raton.
Gotcha.
Close enough. Del Boca Vista.
So great. But we also get, this is where Vince Guaraldi, we get his, like, he actually sings in this one, and it's the song Little Birdie, which they did finally release as an album, like a full album in like 2022 or 2023-ish.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yep, I saw it at my local record store the other day.
Oh, nice. So we cut to the gang, like Peppermint Patty, Marcy, and Franklin, just talking about what they're going to wear. And I love Franklin, man. He's like,
You think I should wear a tie?
and Peppermint Patty's like, nah, Charlie Brown's, Chuck's cool. I'm just going to go like this.
Chuck always wears a striped shirt.
He always wears a striped shirt. So I'm just going to go like this. You're fine. But like, good on Franklin. Like, yeah, he was kind of as far as he knows, he was just invited, right? Like, he doesn't know that he imposed.
And Charlie Brown doesn't like answer the door and be like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, right. Then we cut finally to the dinner making scene. And
How many toasters did they have?
Someone actually counted. It was 18 toasters.
I was thinking they had like a dozen, and that was, you had toasters from 2 houses.
Well, and they also had like So they had the regular toasters that we grew up with, but they also had like the old timey toasters that like open on the
Those
sides.
pyramid shaped ones. Yeah, those are weird.
I'd never seen one of those until this special.
Yeah, I've never seen one in real life.
Yeah, same. I only know
and I'm the old guy,
so. But they had 18 different toasters.
Wow,
they
that's a lot of toast,
popcorn, but like the old Jiffy style.
It wasn't even Jiffy. It wasn't even Jiffy
like,
because it was just straight corn in the pan, and they
like pan fried.
Yeah, pan fried popcorn. I think that's what we had before Jiffy Pop.
Mm.
I mean, I remember Jiffy Pop, but I prefer my popcorn in the microwave. I don't prefer it, but it's just so much easier in the microwave.
It's so much easier.
They have my favorite pretzel. I love a good pretzel stick.
Oh yes, agreed. What brand? Do you have like a favorite brand, or does it matter?
What's the main one? And the gold and blue,
golden,
something like that. That's
something gold.
But
rolled gold.
If you haven't tried it, what I do is I take some pretzels. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a stick. Get a container of frosting, vanilla frosting, and it's just good.
Oh, well, that's very close. I just bought at Aldi. It is apple cinnamon pretzel sticks. So they were dipped in like, kind of the same thing, like the yogurt or coating or whatever it is that they coat them with, but it has apple cinnamon flavor and it's delicious.
Rolled gold.
Yeah,
rolled gold. That's the one.
Rolled gold. Yeah, I just looked it up.
And what's the other one? Hanover's or something, right?
That one I don't remember. Rolled gold definitely is familiar.
Those are good.
A soft pretzel, to be honest.
Really? I like the hard ones better.
I like the hard ones too.
I like them, and especially if it's Mickey shaped in Florida. But
I mean,
that's different.
Of course, anything Mickey shaped tastes good. So,
have you had their cream cheese filled pretzels down there?
No, I didn't have one of those last time.
We got one last time I was up there. Because the stand I went to, they had just saw Mickey's, so she was like, "Do you want to try the cream cheese filled one?" It was delicious.
Oh man, that's awesome! Fingers crossed, if everything works out, I should be there next June, so I'm excited.
That'll be awesome, man.
In the meantime, though, Charlie Brown has some pretzel sticks and jelly beans and the popcorn.
And Sundays he makes.
Yeah, I thought there were Sundays. I thought there were little cups as well. Yeah.
Okay, I missed that somehow.
But as they're doing all the toast, Woodstock inserts Snoopy's ear into the toaster, and Snoopy gets his ear toasted.
Yep, and it starts lathering all the butter on it,
which sounds painful.
Snoopy and Woodstock would be Fred and George. That's who.
Yes, yes, that's it. I like that. I'll take it. Oh man, and the little redhead girl, obviously Ginny.
Yeah, I need to call out though. Speaking of Woodstock. I say this every time I watch Halloween and Christmas. He's in all the merchandise. I always forget he's not in those specials. This is the first main holiday special he appears in.
That's true. You're right. It's one of those.
He wasn't created till after the late 60s.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
It's just no matter. I've seen these all a million times, but you go to Hallmark, Woodstock is right there by Snoopy in every holiday. It doesn't matter. So when on the special, it's always like a little. Oh yeah, he's not here. He's not.
Because he's kind. I mean, he is kind of like his Robin, right? Like,
yeah.
So if Snoopy's back,
Robin, Mini-Me,
exactly. But you're right, because all the merch, even the Christmas, they have Peppermint Patty and Franklin in there as well. Yep. And it's like they weren't there. It was the others that nobody remembers, like
Violet.
I
always want to say Hermie, but that's not his name. That's from Rudolph.
It's Violet. Even my tattoo, I did not give
Sherman.
Sherman, that's what it was. Sherman.
I opted to put Franklin there instead of Violet, and then of course
you got Peppermint Patty there. What's wrong with you?
You have to.
You have to.
But she's not part of a Charlie Brown Christmas.
No, but she kind of is now.
So deep down, he really is a fan of Peppermint Patty. He's a Patty stan. That's what it is.
No, I would never believe that.
I didn't until I saw the tattoo.
I do like how when they're setting the
Peppermint
table. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Peppermint Patty and Marcy remind me in more modern cartoon of Helga and Phoebe on Hey Arnold. It's that same.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yep. I will say it was interesting that they chose little boys for both of their voices.
Was Marcy a boy too?
Yeah, both of them were.
I knew Patty was.
Well, I mean, Peppermint Patty is like a tomboy, right? They're probably. I mean, yeah, they're probably going for something there.
Could be.
It was a veil thing they couldn't talk about in the 70s.
Little
Exactly.
Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy action.
Exactly.
Well, I do like how Snoopy, when he's setting the table, he's like just throwing the plates like frisbees into their spots. He's just like,
it's like dealing cards.
yeah. Ooh, Snoopy would be a great card shark.
Cool probably is.
He probably is.
Yeah.
But then he goes to their house. He pulls out this big blue trunk full of costumes, and they jump in, and it's like a big old Pilgrim's hat. And he and Woodstock kind of struggle. They go back and forth because Woodstock doesn't really want to. And then eventually, as they fall in and emerge, Woodstock's underneath his Pilgrim's hat, and he's also dressed in Pilgrim garb.
At least he wasn't dressed like the turkey.
No, that could have been really bad. This is what they ask Snoopy, how can you serve the food in that ridiculous outfit? Like, guys, you don't have turkey. You don't have any of like the stuffings or the mashed potatoes or any of the sides.
Or the pumpkin pie.
Let him do this and kind of give you Thanksgiving vibes, man.
Yeah.
Why? It's so weird. But anyway, so Peppermint Patty, Marcy, and Franklin arrive. Linus helps them, to their seats. And is it Patty or is it Marcy? Someone says, "Hey, shouldn't we have a prayer?"
It was probably Marcy.
And Linus, he kind of tells them a little bit about the first Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's what Thanksgiving's all about, Charlie Brown.
That's true.
In the year 1621, the Pilgrims held their first Thanksgiving feast. They invited the great Indian chief, Massasoit, who brought 90 of his brave Indians and a great abundance of food. Governor William Bradford and Captain Miles Standish were honored guests. Elder William Brewster, who was a minister, said a prayer that went something like this: "We thank God for our homes and our food and our safety in a new land. We thank God for the opportunity to create a new world for freedom and justice."
Amen.
Like 1621 and Massasoit with 90 of his natives. And then
it's supposed to be a prayer, so we got a history lesson.
Well, he does end in a prayer. He quotes like
oh, that's true.
Thank God for the opportunity to create a new world for freedom and justice.
Mm-hmm.
But then the food is served, and I have never seen a child so angry about such a fun meal. I have the quote here. "What kind of Thanksgiving dinner is this? Where's the turkey, Chuck? Don't you know anything about Thanksgiving dinners? Where's the mashed potatoes? Where's the cranberry sauce? Where's the pumpkin pie? A piece of toast? A pretzel stick? Popcorn? What blockhead cooked all this?"
And she looks over at Snoopy, and he's a little kind of cowering, like, oh, which, how dare you make Snoopy feel like that?
I know Snoopy wasn't in charge. He decorated.
You're right, though. Like, every kid would be thinking that was awesome. Popcorn and jelly beans and pretzels and then
and
come
ice
on.
cream sundae
and sundaes. Yeah, like there's no way a kid would be complaining. So Peppermint Patty, that's just, we're gonna add your name to the list, and we're gonna add a check by it now. So
difficult.
But then Marcy, and Charlie Brown kind of walks away dejected, but Marcy like really gets on her, like, "Hey,
You were kind of rough on Charlie Brown, weren't you, sir?"
Rough? Look at this. Is this what you call a Thanksgiving Day dinner? Did we come across town for this? We're supposed to be served a real Thanksgiving dinner.
Now, wait a minute, sir. Did he invite you here to dinner? Or did you invite yourself and us, too?
Like, come on, have a little class." And
It's time to go apologize.
that's how bad she is. She's like, "Oh, that's beneath me." No, I mean, she says she messes this kind of thing up, but like literally all you have to do is say I'm sorry, right? Like there's nothing to mess up. You just say I'm sorry, and she can't even do that. She has to send someone in her place. It's so bad.
Is this around the point where? Because this part does always make me laugh. Hang on, where is it? Or is it when they come back where Linus is like, this is not unlike another famous Thanksgiving episode. Do you remember the story of John Alden and Priscilla Mullins and Captain Miles Standish? And Pepper and Patty's just like,
this is nothing like that. Like Peppermint Patty knows anything about history because she's always asleep in class.
She has no idea. And then that's when she says,
Golly, why can't I act right outside of a baseball game?
But Marcy, because she's a good friend, she agrees to go apologize on Peppermint Patty's behalf. And so she goes to Charlie Brown and apologizes. And as he kind of forgives Peppermint Patty and they're talking, she even, she says what you mentioned earlier, Anthony, but then she says, let's not play lovers games, Chuck.
Two, she's like, there's enough problems in the world already, Chuck, without these stupid misunderstandings.
The misunderstanding that you caused all by yourself, Patty?
Queen of gaslighting.
She's a gaslight. Oh, man. Charlie, if you're listening to this, we have so many ideas. I'll pay you to get them done. just so I can put it on TeePublic and buy myself a shirt.
It's even more. Charlie Brown notices the time, calls his grandmother to explain the dilemma, and gets permission to bring his friends. But he can't even break the news to his friends because Peppermint Patty rushes out in front of him and is like, good news,
we're all invited to Charlie Brown's. Yep.
Yeah.
Which I think is the only time she calls him Charlie Brown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like when she's like, you're holding my hand, Chuck, you sly dog. I don't know. She's a mess. Yeah. So they're on their way and they're in the car and they're singing Over the River and Through the Woods really terribly. They're all like not together at all, which is a very kid thing though.
Yeah, it's very realistic.
Yeah.
And then Snoopy and Woodstock reveal that
they've got the real deal.
I love it.
Those kids and come out with the turkey for themselves.
Like, all right, let's just get him out of here. Let's placate them so they'll move on to something else, and we'll have the real feast.
Well, they didn't ask him for help with the food.
No.
If they would have asked him for help with the food, maybe they would have got a turkey.
Yeah, Lee Mendelson, one of the producers, I know he really objected to the turkey. He thought it made Woodstock look cannibalistic, but it is funny. I know Charles Schultz just thought it was hilarious, and he and Bill Melendez are like, "No, we're keeping it. It's funny."
I do have to, because you mentioned Charles Schultz, obviously. I have to bring this up every holiday special. The man who has made a whole holiday special about anti-commercialism is probably rolling in his grave how commercialized and associated with the holidays that peanuts have become.
Oh, big time. It's like the Grinch. Same thing with the Grinch, It's both of these were very get back to the real meaning, avoid commercialism and
all the decorations have gone so much up in price this year because I remember when I went to pick up my catalog.
Tariffs really.
Yeah, I picked up the dream book and they gave me an insert. Here's the real prices.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm not a lot that I wanted. Let me tell you that.
It was the tariffs. Really, is what it was.
Yeah. Definitely.
But like, you go to Hobby Lobby and it's like Merry Grinchmas.
Yeah.
And they sell Charlie Brown Christmas trees. I
want the $150 nativity stage set they have. Their play set that Hallmark would put out this year for the table.
Oh wow. I have a small nativity.
I have the nativity from last year, I think, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't get it.
Almost every year I buy my wife a nativity scene for Christmas, and one of them is the Peanuts one.
Nice.
I can't remember who's all in it. I'm sure Peppermint Patty's on it, but
could be. Maybe she's a shepherd. Shermie's a shepherd, right?
Yep.
Every year it's the same thing.
And Pigpen's innkeeper. despite my outward appearance, I shall try to keep a tidy in.
That's right. I love
Good luck with that.
how adult they speak most of the time, right? Especially in that first one. They're
that's something I think Charles Schultz understood. He didn't underestimate kids.
right.
That's something too. And you hear me talk about this a lot on my podcast. Modern Disney and modern Nickelodeon don't get, because even if you just go back to like even 90s Nickelodeon, like Hey Arnold, they talked like adults and had like some pretty like adult episodes or like serious episodes that were for older kids. Where nowadays they just don't do that with cartoons anymore.
Nope. The closest is Bluey, but even then it's very oblique.
Yeah.
A lot of times, because
I've never seen Bluey, so I can't speak on that.
Keepy Uppy, and things like that. But then they do tackle serious issues, like they can't have kids,
And didn't they imply the mother had a miscarriage at one point or lost a baby at one point?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh,
so
wow, that's heavy.
So yeah, they do talk about it. It's done at a very, very childish level where you're right. I feel like, especially in Peanuts, and despite my appearance, I will try to run, a tidy establishment or whatever he says, and so it's a higher level that is really missing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But then, Snoopy and Woodstock, on the other hand, they fight for the wishbone and Woodstock gets it. He wins, and then they eat pumpkin pie as the credits roll, and that's the special. It's not a lot happens, but
it's warm, and it's not Thanksgiving without it.
And it's a great memory.
And it looks so autumny in certain scenes too, like the outdoor scenes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh yeah, the colors, like the pinks and the oranges,
especially in that last scene, Snoopy and Woodstock.
Mm-hmm. And I always want to eat their pie. Like it makes me wonder, like, what does a pie made by Snoopy taste like?
My TV just heard you, and now it's Googling. Wonder what a pie made by Snoopy tastes like.
Well, let's try this. Okay, everybody, hold on. Alexa, what does it know? I'm just kidding. Turn everybody's Alexas on.
I got headphones on, so I'm good.
You get dog hair in that pie.
Oh, for sure. No, It would be very unsanitary. You'd get like parvo or something from eating.
You just ruined it.
ChatGPT gave us an answer.
Oh, what does it say?
A pie made by Snoopy would taste whimsical, playful, and just a little bit chaotic. Definitely not something you'd find in a professional bakery. The crust would be flaky but uneven. The filling, depending on his mood, would be something classic like apple or pumpkin, with lots of cinnamon because Snoopy likes drama, or something completely improvised like jelly beans or leftover pizza. In terms of texture, flavor would be sweet, comforting, and messy. The overall vibe, a Snoopy pie wouldn't just be food, it would be an experience. Half comfort and half comedy. You'd laugh while eating it, and it would taste like childhood, imagination, and a little mischief.
I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
I love it. All right, if you guys could be in this special, who would you be?
Probably Woodstock.
All right.
he gets a turkey at the end. He gets a pie at the end. He doesn't get beat up by a folding chair or have his ears stuffed into a toaster. I'm going to go with Woodstock.
It's a good one.
I'll go with Charlie Brown because sometimes you just feel like Charlie Brown. The whole world's coming down on you, and
you ain't just whistling Dixie.
Yeah, you can relate to him.
Yeah, I think this Linus gets off pretty easy, so I think I'd go with Linus on this one.
It did make me laugh that in this special, Linus had nothing to do except explain Thanksgiving and offer the prayer. Yeah, nothing else to do really.
I mean, he kind of helped with the dinner, but not really.
Yeah, this was Peppermint Patty's story.
I mean, it really was. Yeah.
Much to Anthony's chagrin.
Your face says it all.
I know. That's why I said it.
What would you guys say is your happiest memory or moment with the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving?
I really struggled for this one because it's, such a good memory. But I ended up watching, after I watched the episode on Saturday or whatever it was, I watched the documentary that was on the Blu-ray called Popcorn and Jelly Beans. And Lee Mendelson, the producer, said, the talk about the show is like, it's like visiting old friends. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what this is.
That's a good point.
And that's my happiest moment or memory for this particular special, or probably any Charlie Brown special, but definitely this one.
Yeah. Nice.
Mine is just all the holidays over the years watching it. Again, it's not a holiday without Charlie Brown, the first holiday special. Just the winter nights, sitting down with my parents and sister watching it as a family. And to this day, I will watch it. If I have somebody with them, if not, by myself and the pets. But I love it. It's not Thanksgiving without it. And it is, I would be remiss if I didn't say it is 20 million times better than the Mayflower Chronicle.
I can't wait till we talk about that next year.
That one actually is from 88, so I have to cover it. But yes, it is way better every time, because on the DVD or Blu-ray or whichever, it automatically plays, right? Like
digital too. Like it's just and I always forget because I went to watch it, Charlie, for this recording tonight. I was like, 5 minutes. This was an hour. Then I realized, oh no, they roll right into the main.
They roll right into it, and it's not as good. I always zone out, and typically the kids zone out, and it's like, all right, well, we'll turn it off.
Because it's not even like a
because it was part of a series,
historical one. It's like a history lesson, but you're watching them act it out.
Right. It was part of a series called, I think, This Is America or something like that.
Yes.
And there was a bunch of different parts, but yeah, essentially it was just like you said, it's just this lesson of history, and here's Peanuts characters in it, and that's it.
Telling it from their perspective.
Yeah. But now we come to my favorite part of the show, which is a little segment called Gag Me with the Spoon. Anthony, and I know you'll do your favorites anyway, so that's fine. But where we do our best impression of our least favorite part of the movie, or of this special, excuse me. As a guest, I'll let you go first, just kind of set up where it is a little bit. And why don't we start with you, Jeremy?
Well, I figured Anthony would pick something for Peppermint Patty, so I just avoided her entirely because that could be half the episode we could be quoting. But actually, I think Anthony actually did my quote earlier when Charlie Brown and Sally were at the mailbox at the very beginning, and he didn't get any mail. And she says, "What'd you expect? A turkey card?"
Turkey card. So bad.
Mine is Peppermint Patty.
And that's why I saved it for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I didn't do it either.
And then right after Charlie Brown, kind of threw up his hands and walked off, and Marcy says, "You're a bit rough on him, sir." And Peppermint Patty, her first reaction is, "Rough? Look at this. Is this what you call a Thanksgiving Day dinner? Did we come across town for this? We're supposed to be served a real Thanksgiving dinner."
Ooh, every time. You just want to slap her. And, we can't, because that's wrong, guys. And want to make sure everybody knows. But, or what does Chris Rock say? I'll never, ever, 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 ever hit a woman, but I'll shake the heck out of one, though. It's something like that. No, I feel, she's terrible. No, I went with Sally. This was also in the beginning, and this is after they correct her about Miles Standish. She says like some other name, and they say, "No, you mean Miles Standish." And she says, "I can't keep track of all these names." Like, okay, all right. But G.I. Joe taught us that knowing is half the battle. What do you guys think is the other half?
Checking whether your dog and his best bird friend can actually cook before struggling to make the Thanksgiving dinner yourself.
Yeah, but then we came to realize that the food would be covered in dog hair, so it might have not been a good thing to share.
But it would be whimsical.
It would be whimsical. I don't trust ChatGPT though.
I'm all for whimsy. Let's try it.
Well, I think if knowing is half the battle, the other half is having a really cool grandma who lives in a condominium.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that quote too. Yep. It's too bad she lives in a condominium. There's just one downside: she lives in a condominium.
Yeah, just like you, Anthony. You're like grandma now.
I know,
because they're singing about over the river and through
the condo. I'm exactly like grandma.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, and those are both better than mine. I just thought if no one's half the battle, the other half is just not fighting chairs. So,
that's a good one too.
There you go, guys. This is great. tell me about your shows. Anything else you want to plug? Why don't we start with you, Anthony?
Sure. Tis the podcast. We linktree.com/tis the podcast. I'll take you to all our social media, our podcast feed. Every Monday, we drop a new episode covering a new Christmas special, TV episode, movie. We switch it up for Halloween, which is past right now. And we'll have something for Thanksgiving later. Is this dropping Thanksgiving Day?
Not Thanksgiving Day, but the Monday before Thanksgiving.
You will have something for Thanksgiving later this week in your feed. Also, Jeremy here, we're going to get on the show. It may have been before this. It may be to kick off the December Christmas season. I don't know. But I promised him he'd be on the show to talk about his new store and everything like that.
Which I'll be talking about here in a minute when it's my turn.
So I did not forget you, Jeremy. It's just, and Jerry knows I've been going there a lot lately.
I understand, brother.
It's been a fall, man. It's been a fall.
And so, yeah, check that out. And also check out DC Unlimited, where we talk about DC Comics, Batman, Superman, and James Gunn's burgeoning and quite successful so far DC universe.
Yep. So far, he's 1 for 1.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
That's 100%.
I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Rate. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's rate of 100.
100%. That's right.
Yeah. 100% success rate so far.
Well, and if we count Peacemaker,
I haven't watched those yet. Any of them.
Oh, it's great.
They're good.
Yeah,
I need to. I'm a wrestling fan, so I should watch John Cena programming. But
you'll be surprised how good of an actor he actually is.
Totally. Yeah.
I watched Ricky Stenicki not too long ago. That was fun.
That was a fun movie.
Yeah. I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
Okay.
The premise, Jerry, is
where they made up a friend, right?
Yeah. Now their wives are calling them out on it, so they hire him to be the made up friend.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It becomes a real heartwarming tale by the end too. It was pretty good.
Heads of State is also pretty funny with him and Idris.
I liked Heads of State. Yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet.
And Idris Elba is the prime minister.
As a straight man, British prime minister, and John Cena as the action star turned U.S. president.
It's like, what if Arnold Schwarzenegger was our president? And except
McBain.
That's right. My eyes, the goggles do nothing. Anyway, Jeremy?
Oh, well, you're bound to hear me on this show throughout the months. I know I've got at least 2 more episodes I'm recording this year, maybe more, because there's more on the schedule that haven't been scheduled yet. So you can definitely find me here. At some point, you should hear me on Tis the Podcast, a show that I've been listening to for the past year and a half, and I love, just like this one. But if you're looking for a Santa, it's getting late in the year, but you might catch me at AlamoCitySanta.com, Alamo City Santa on Facebook and Instagram. That's if you're in the San Antonio or surrounding area. And if you are looking for certain parts of Christmas merchandise, I've got Santa-themed T-shirts. I've got some props designed just for Santa Claus. Go to NorthPoleGeneralStore.com. That'll take you to the links for my social media and to the Etsy shop. And but if you're ordering at Christmas, there may be a delay because, as I just mentioned, I'm Santa Claus. So, but when you order, it'll say that on the Etsy how long it'll take, and I will delay shipping for anything that you order that close to the end of the year. But check it out. Appreciate anything. And I hope to get comments and whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just rambling now.
Confirm the shirt is nice and comfortable and high quality standard.
Yep.
And by the time we do a show with Anthony, I will be debuting a show with our shirt based off the Linus moment. I won't even drop it until I'm on the show, but I already have one in front of me. So
nice.
I can show it to the crew while I'm here.
Ooh, sneak peek.
Yep, a little sneak peek. Make sure it's...
That's awesome. Very cool. Well,
you'll have to check this site. Hopefully, sometime in the near future, because it looks like I may be on Tis the Podcast sometime around now. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, definitely check it all out. Great stuff all around, guys. This has been a lot of fun, and I needed this today. So thank you. It's one of those days.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
And
Happy Thanksgiving. I can't wait till we talk the next thing, but I'll leave that as I won't spoil that yet because I don't know
wasn't
what's
there
gonna
also
drop.
Happy New Year, Charlie Brown? But on on that, let me end it with, but Thanksgiving is more than eating, Chuck. You heard what Linus was saying out there. Those early pilgrims were thankful for what had happened to them, and we should be thankful too. We should be thankful for being together. I think that's what they mean by Thanksgiving, Charlie Brown. So check us out on our social media pages, which you can find at linktree.com/totallyradchristmas. And if you're feeling like Snoopy and Woodstock breaking the wishbone, leave us a review on iTunes. It helps us reach more people and spread some rad holiday cheer. Now, don't forget to check out our merch shop on tpublic.com and our super dope website, totallyradchristmas.com. I went down to buy a turkey tree, and all they have are things for Christmas. Later, dudes.
Monday, Charlie Brown and Snoopy celebrate Thanksgiving, and guess who's cooking?
What blockhead cooked all this?
Be there for the kickoff. Then, when a construction crew threatens the home of the California Condor, can Elliot the Condor's secret mission to No Man's Valley save them in time? 2 Thanksgiving specials, Monday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.